let's bring our guest in. She is stand-up comic and producer, Macy Kwok. Let's go! Let's go, let's go! Let's go! Are you guys watching Euphoria? Hey, Macy! No, we're not. I do want to start watching. You're back! You know what happened? So Instagram crashed.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then, yeah. And so I was like, whoa, wait a second. I reset everything. So hopefully it's okay now. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy. Hey, can you say hi to everybody? Let's start this interview again because we reposted on YouTube and everybody watches it. So let's go, Macy. Say hello to everybody for the second time.
For the second time. Hi, everybody. I'm Macy, live in New York City.
Yes,
Nice.
yes. And our first question to our guest is, where are you from?
I'm from, I'll have to think about it now. I moved. I'm from Hong Kong. I was born and raised in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Nice.
And then you lived in Australia.
Yeah, and then I moved to Australia in my teens, and then I stayed there. And Australia is my home, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like wherever you lived in your junior high school years, middle school years, that kind of like grabs you.
That's where
Yeah.
you kind of learn what you like and
that's when
really
you
develop yourself.
go through puberty. Is that what it is?
Yeah, everything.
And then you moved to New York, but you didn't move to New York for comedy. You actually, how did you get started in comedy?
I started in comedy. It was like a hobby. At the beginning, I was doing improv classes, and I work during the day, and then at nighttime, I go to, class. And then I started with improv 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then in the end, I was like, yeah, where is it gonna go? And you were gonna ask me about my stand-up. Yeah, my initial thought was like, I'm just gonna, when I perform, I like to hide behind my like scene partners, because when you're doing improv, you have to do a scene, you have to kind of feed the lines off each other.
Yeah.
And that was cool. But then to a point where I'm like, okay, I guess I don't want to hide behind somebody anymore, but I still want to perform. And that's how I started with stand up, because then you're on your own.
Yeah, you're on that stage by yourself. Did you ever, we were just talking about how you were being funny during improv and the teacher said something to you. Can you say that again? Because
you like that one?
It's dark, but it was funny.
Dark. That was like so
what kind of scene was it?
I was doing a scene. It was like class level 2, and I was like, oh, I'm such a pro, I gone through class number 1. And then that scene was actually was my scene partner created that. He was on top of the building about to jump. It was like, just high-rise building. We're on top of the roof, and then I was with him, and then he said, okay, I guess I'm gonna end this. And then when it gets to my turn, I was like, hey, what's your Wi-Fi password?
Before you go.
Just in case.
Oh no.
Hey.
And then and then you're like, what about your Netflix? No, that's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I'm
sorry.
And then pay for my own.
Yeah, you got in trouble by the teacher afterwards. They were like,
I would say, I think we got, we get our feedback, at the end of the, each scene. So I guess he was saying, oh, so, I get that you're trying to be funny, but, to be funny, you're actually not trying to be funny. So when somebody's about to jump, you're not going to say, what's your Wi-Fi password? What would normally, in a normal situation, what would the person say? So,
stick to the reality. Oh my gosh.
But it was such a good learning, for me, because it was like, sometimes you learn things off the book, but like, I feel like that incident really stuck with me, that scene.
Yeah.
And your dog is so cute.
I know, they don't care. They don't care that we're doing a show. They just kind of like they go on top of our knee and they tap like pick me up.
Yeah, she started scratching me, so it's the only way to stop it.
So we have two
No.
dogs. We have Shine over here, who's a Maltese, and then we have a Chiweenie, Lucy, who's
Which we
somewhere
call-
here.
We call
She
her.
is
She'll
running.
she'll pop up.
Yeah, she'll pop up. She'll pop up. All right. So your first time on stage, you said, because we were talking about how it's one of two ways, right? When you get up on stage, either you have a really great like beginner's luck, or you just kind of do bad. It's no in between. Maybe you'll get a laugh or two. Maybe that will be the in between. What do you think?
Yeah, like I definitely think that I was hooked after the first time I performed.
Oh, you were hooked. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and would I say I had the talent? Like I would say it was more beginner's luck,
Uh-huh.
and I think that is mostly because I really didn't know the rules of like comedy. I don't know if there are rules, but like I didn't know what it was, so I just
Mhm.
say what's true to
Yeah.
myself. Like so I was talk about dating stuff, what's going on,
Uh-huh.
got ghosted or like whatever. So when you're truthful, like it usually it connects with the audience, and whether they laugh or not, like I guess maybe it depends on how much they relate or
Mhm.
how funny, how well you write it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that the first time like beginner's luck, but after that it requires like a lot of writing and work.
Technique. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Even
are
if
the
you have
master
your,
of
I'm sorry, what?
you are the master of it.
Yeah, because for the next like 5-10 minutes, they're yours.
I think she said you're the master of it.
I'm the master of what?
Technique.
Me or the person?
She said you. She's
Are you
talking
giving
to
me a
you.
compliment? I'm
Right.
not good with compliments. Macy, we're Asian. I freeze. If someone compliments me,
Oh
I don't
gosh.
what?
Hey, that's a
No.
No,
nice. That's a nice shirt. What, the fabric?
Yeah, the
You like
designer
the?
made a good shirt. What?
you like me? What?
What?
No,
What?
you
What?
No.
are.
Please don't tell me
No,
anything good.
I'm the master of the technique of disturbing people. I think when I get up on stage, I just carry them and then I drop them off a high place.
I'm just.
They're like, "Where did
How
I
they want
go?
to be
Wait a second."
treated.
They're like, "What did she just say?" What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you during a performance?
The craziest thing that's happened to me,
Hmm.
I guess seeing who's watching. Like,
Ah,
yeah.
you know what I've noticed lately? I noticed that whenever, like, when I go up on stage, either it's a female or like an Asian female. Once they know that I'm half Asian and I'm like funny, they have the biggest smile on their face the rest of the show. And I'm like, I guess I'm performing for you now. Like, why are you smiling at me? So I'm like, hey, like, I'll talk to you after the
Right.
show. Yeah, they're just like, oh, you know how they look up at you uh, from the from the seat. They're just, oh man, that's what I've been noticing lately. Because women are so funny. Women are killing it.
I do
On
think, yeah.
yeah. We're getting super funny. I mean,
We're
I've
we're
always
we're we're
thought they
funny
were
too.
funny.
We're funny too.
So I think women are like really. I'm trying to block his.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like,
oh,
the angle is off.
out the background.
So yeah, anything. What's the craziest thing that's happened to you during a performance? You get any hecklers?
Yeah, I guess hecklers. I mean, one time they were, yeah, just trying to talk over,
Mhm.
my performance. So, but what did I do? I guess I just started talking to them and turned it into like crowd work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
but nobody said anything bad to me or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
Just, I guess they just assume Asian female and I'm funny.
Yeah. I swear, people judge before you even say one word and you get up on stage, they judge. Like
Oh,
yeah, it's crazy. You gotta have an
Yeah.
open mind. That's how you're gonna enjoy a comedy show. You have an open mind. That's
yeah,
gonna be the best way. Yeah.
but I
The
surprise them, Sometimes I like that they don't think you're funny, but they were laughing.
Oh, like they underestimate you.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. The other day I was at a show and there was this one table that was talking to each other the whole show. And then I went up on stage and I was like, it was just an open mic. I wanted to work on some new material. And I was like, I had jokes, but that table over there didn't shut the fuck up the whole beginning of the show. So now I'm gonna talk to you. And they got so quiet. And I was like, oh, now you want to listen? Like they were like, but I'll tell you this, like, and then I did some jokes, but then they were quiet during my set. Like I think because like my energy's so strong, they were like, wait a second, she's gonna pick on me, like whatever. But I don't really pick on people like that. I was just asking them stupid questions.
Which
Huh?
joke did
So I asked them, because they were black, and I was like, yo, I have a question. When my black friends, send me an emoji, like a black emoji, right? Like, am I supposed to use black emojis back or is it racist? And they thought it was hilarious. And I was like, after the show, I was like, you guys were a really great sport. And they were like, you were funny. You were funny. I was
Oh,
like, no,
you
I love
said-
you guys.
You
So,
said,
Love it.
don't you say that you. No?
huh? What?
No, go ahead.
Okay. No, and they were quiet
wasn't
then, and then they
there.
went back to talking. It was a bunch of young kids. They liked it. I was like, cool. But that's what you got to do. That's the technique, right? Like you said, when they're talking, and you're like, oh, now I'm gonna talk with you,
Yeah.
and they're like, wait, what?
Some pros who can just put them down without putting them down, like
Yes,
that
yes.
that's the mastery of
Mhm.
tacklers.
Yeah, it's a fine thing because obviously comics we can insult you. We can make you feel real bad. Remember we went to that networking event and we were, letting people know about our show that we did. And the guy was like, roast me. Roast me. And I was
Oh,
like, I don't I was like, I don't really roast people. That's not my style of comedy. And he's like, roast me or I'm not gonna go to your show. I was like, cool, okay, fine. Who cut your hair? Your mom? Like and his friends were laughing and he started touching his hair and stuff, but he didn't come to the show. And I'm like, see, this is why I don't roast people. Like,
He
because
didn't like you after that.
yeah, he blocked me on Instagram without even following me.
F that chick.
He's like, I was like, your hair looks like you're a Muppet, Oh, what? Where do you live? Sesame Street? I really messed him up. And then he was like, he was touching his hair the whole time. And then and then the damage was done. And I was trying to make him feel better. I was like, see, bro, this is why I don't roast people. But, like, yo, you're lucky you have that much hair. A lot of men don't have a lot of hair, like my man doesn't,
Relax. Relax.
But then he was just like, yeah. And I'm like, oh God. This is why I don't roast people. Like I have, like
it's a weapon.
it's a fine art. Huh?
It becomes a weapon.
Yes. One shot, one kill. What would you say is your style of comedy? Is it observational, raunchy? Do you do act outs? What would you say?
Style. I think I'm still doing like more self-deprecating stuff.
Storytelling? Do you do storytelling? Mm-hmm.
Not so much, but just like kind of how I see the world, but not like observing one thing, but more like living, having lived in Australia, grew up in Hong Kong, all the conflicts between like, cultural stuff, dating stuff, I love.
Yeah.
Work sometimes, but less of that. During working from home, obviously there were like a lot of time to myself and the stuff that I do. Ordering too much, gym equipment online, thinking I'm gonna,
work out.
Yeah.
I got a bike. I got a stationary bike. What equipment did you get?
I have a punching bag.
Nice.
Also,
Punching bags are good.
yeah, it's like a very professional one. I'll show you. Ta-da.
Is there clothes hanging from it? Oh, okay. See, all my stuff has clothes hanging from it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Angela bought a bike and it's in storage.
Hey, look, I don't.
Before it was in storage, it was a clothes rack. Well,
Made the-
I'm gonna bike every day. Let me get the Peloton.
I did. Yo, Ryan, what's up? Ryan's another comic, Macy in Atlanta. He's funny. He does Italian stuff, and I love Italian stuff. So he's hilarious.
Maybe he can be our next chef.
Yeah. He's a comic. He's gonna be a chef.
He's Italian. Every Italian cooks.
Oh,
You don't disgrace the family.
Okay.
Okay.
Macy, what would you say you love about comedy? What do you love about comedy?
Oh my God. Comedy is
Such a serious question.
yeah.
Welcome to the serious portion.
Relationship.
What's your Wi-Fi password?
Yeah. I guess I just like I like the writing. I hate the writing process. But once you have somewhat a joke, and you can perform it, and that process I really enjoy. Looking at how to improve the joke, how to edit, rewrite, or even get other people's ideas, like how to make it clearer, how to but is there any tags, all that sort of stuff. And like over time performing is also become very cool, enjoyable, being able to perform in front of more than 100 people, at the time, at Caroline's or Broadway. That was one of the most amazing experience. Particularly it was also during the New York Comedy Festival, so it's just it was very surreal. So I have to enjoy the performance of it. In the beginning it was very each time I walk up the stage, I feel like I was about to faint. So now I'm I'm okay.
Yeah. Speaking of 100 people, you don't just do comedy on stage, you also produce, and you guys sold out the Lunar New Year comedy show that you co-produced with Ricky Sim. Shout out to Ricky Sim.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was so amazing. It was
looked amazing.
It was sold out, and a lot of people came to the show. Were they're some of them are from AAPI communities. Some obviously they found me on Google because we were also featured on Time Out. And so there are different, I feel like there were a lot of supportive energy in the room. And we also had obviously one of the best lineup, full AAPI lined up. And everyone had a good time.
Nice.
Yeah. Fantastic. You guys are doing another show on March 4th in New York?
We're doing a monthly, and the next one's going to be March 4th. It's a Friday.
Nice. And where is that going to be?
At St. Mark's Comedy Club in East Village.
Nice. I love St. Mark's Comedy Club, you guys. It's a fantastic club.
Good vibes.
Very good vibes. Very good energy. It's just fantastic how the setup is, and it's a treasure. It really is a treasure. I love co-producing shows with you there too.
It's a treasure. You sound like an old lady. It's a treasure. It's quite a treasure.
He thinks when he does things like this, it keeps the fire alive.
It's hilarious.
It's a different kind of fire, though. It's it's an anger fire.
Is it treasure worthy? Okay.
What? And then you also host.
No matter where.
What?
Mike is always so supportive.
Yeah, he is. Totally kidding.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody understands.
Someone wrote, I love creating this is Ryan. I love creating a truly original thought joke. What's a joke you're really proud of that way?
Oh,
You got a
okay.
question, Macy?
What's a joke you should be proud of that week? Original thought. Oh yeah, I guess transforming some childhood trauma into a joke.
Sure. That's personal for sure.
I'm proud
For
of that.
sure. Yeah, I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of
Is Ryan the Italian chef?
it. Italian chef. Yes, he is. He actually wrote that all Italians cook or something. Wait, I'm using that joke. He said I'm using that joke. I can cook.
Nice.
All right, Macy.
Nice.
You also host shows. How do you feel is what do you feel is different about hosting shows?
Hosting is hard.
Yeah. Yeah. You rather
I-
just like perform and produce? Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, when I host, I guess it would be something, mostly for some, kind of people that I know, like a birthday or something. But if it's like a real show, I usually get like a pro host like Angela.
Oh,
Angela who? See, I
you
don't,
don't
I
know how
can't
to
take
take it.
compliments. There's another Angela. Oh man, it's because I like talking to people. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. That's your
We
new tag.
recorded sounds. Oh my gosh. Do you look up to any comedians? Is there any comics or comedians you look up to?
Well, obviously the legendary Ali Wong and Ronnie Chang.
Ali Wong is coming out with Ronnie Chang is hilarious.
Yeah.
But Ali Wong is coming out with a special
I
on
know.
Valentine's Day. I can't wait.
That's
It's called Don Wong. I can't wait.
Don Juan?
Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah. What, Macy?
I can't wait. I'm like, is it on Netflix or what do we have to
Yeah,
find?
on Netflix on Valentine's Day. It's called Don Wong.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait. She's so funny. I love her.
Oh,
I
wow.
love her.
Nothing can go wrong.
This guy.
That's my last one for the
This
day.
guy.
I don't have to talk the rest of the show.
Ronnie is selling out everywhere all over the country right now. It's crazy.
Yeah. And
He's doing so well.
I think he's also trying to help the AAPI community. Did you
Yeah.
watch the new YouTube video? I think
I did.
Ronnie
Where
Chang like on Chinatown.
Yeah, but then he also went to Flushing. And then he went to that boba tea place that you and I and Ricky went to.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I saw that scene.
Yeah. Ricky was like, one of these places are familiar. I'm like, I wonder where. And then I'm watching it. It's so funny. Yeah, he helps to, bring attention to a restaurant that's about to close and stuff like that.
Delicious.
When it comes to your comedy, is your family supportive of your career? Do they even know? Are you there? Do they think you're like going to school to become like a doctor or something? You're doing comedy?
They think as long as I still have my day job, it's fine.
Don't care. Like that's a good hobby.
No, I think my mom did say she's proud that I'm doing. She thinks it's a very hard thing to do. So, I do want to one day perform, live for them to see. Particularly, like for me, my goal is to be able to perform in Australia and in Hong Kong. They're both two of my homes, so
Nice.
my dream to be able to perform in my home countries and just make fun of them. I guess I love making fun of the Australians, so need to write.
That would be so much fun if we went to Australia and did a show together.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I would
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
The Melbourne Comedy Festival is one of the biggest comedy festival in the world.
The what?
Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Melbourne Comedy. I'm writing it down.
I'll call them tomorrow.
Festival. I'll get my people to call them and get us on.
Yeah.
Well, what did you want to be when you were younger though?
Wow. I guess I wanted to be a housewife.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Ali Wong style. I like it.
You have that dream, you know?
Sure.
That is too
That's
funny.
an accountant.
What was that question for you, Angela. What did you want to be when you were a little kid? A
Okay.
firefighter?
I was weird. Like I wanted to be weird things.
Such as?
I wanted to be well, like of course like a lawyer was later on, but then I wanted to be like I wanted to work for like the CIA or something and like be like a sharpshooter,
That's
like
dark.
an assassin. Okay, I
Wow.
told you it's weird. And then I wanted to like be the head of a mafia.
You've said too much.
Very dark.
You're done. That's
Look.
why you like Ryan.
It was
Hey, let me in, baby.
Hey Ryan, I know your uncles.
Or I want to know him.
I want to know him. Call all your uncles, Ryan. Call all your uncles. No, okay. Do you, what is well? But you have a boyfriend. Is it boyfriend, fiance,
Yeah, but
husband?
mhm,
I put partner.
partner.
Your partner. Yeah, your boyfriend. He's also in comedy, right?
Yeah. We
Do you guys
started.
help you? What?
We started about the same time in comedy.
Really? So do you guys help each other with jokes? Do you help write each
Yeah, we
other's jokes?
try, but then we just give each other the worst attitude. We're like, that's not funny. Yeah, there's a lot of. In the
That's
beginning,
how I am.
it was In the
That's
beginning,
how I am.
that's how you are too.
With Angela, I try to write her jokes. She doesn't want to hear it.
Look, Macy, I told you, right? He goes around saying he writes my jokes. And people believe him. It's so annoying because he doesn't.
Now, I will say I'm just a funny person, so maybe you use me as inspiration, which
Oh,
is fine. I'm willing to allow
Still talking.
it.
so your boyfriend is Danny Carabagno. I have to say that last name like that. Danny Carabagno, brother of Alice Carabagno. So you guys are both comics. What do you think is the pros and cons of being comics and in a relationship?
Oh, definitely. Well, at this stage, we just started out, so everything is so much fun. Like everything is like an adventure. Performing at different clubs or even producing, and even like traveling to festivals where we met you guys in LA.
Yes.
That was like a big help because we traveled together for this, so it's like half comedy, half vacations. So we can,
Yeah.
and
Fantastic.
after shows we can talk about it, and he's interested in it. Not like if he's totally not on board with comedy, then they won't fully get why
Yeah.
we keep thinking about over and over again, like which lines, which joke goes well, which doesn't, that kind of thing. So yeah, I would say it's more pros. Cons, I guess it could also just be so much comedy. Like we even on date nights we go to comedy shows,
Uh-huh.
So like
Yeah.
those jokes, right? Like you try to absorb different style, different club, different. Like, so a lot of times when we hang out, it will be something about comedy. Like at home we'll be watching comedy shows, and then the things we talk about could be comedy related stuff. So it's just 100% just a lot of comedy, and yeah, I guess that's the mostly like good stuff. Really can't ask for more, in terms of like this being able to be supportive to each other.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed. I'm sorry, Angela, were you going to say
No,
something?
no. Go.
Like when I produce music, so you almost can't enjoy music. So I feel like if you're doing a lot of comedy, you almost can't enjoy the show. You're just kind of studying that comic, and you guys are kind of studying each other in some way,
Yeah.
right? So it's kind of like, oh, I want to be funny, or it's like, oh, I want to enjoy the club, but I need to find out how they made that snare clap loud in the beat. So it's kind of hard for me to just listen to music, which is weird.
Because it gets into the technical part.
Yeah.
And then, like you were saying, Danny understands you because if he didn't, they would be like, wow, she's really obsessed about this. in a negative way, but it's kind of like for us, it's a positive way of, oh, what can I fix? What did I do wrong? This could have been better. This could be written better. You know, like, so yeah, it totally works.
So since I'm naturally funny, when Angela's writing a joke, I'm like, oh, that could work. But what about trying this?
Macy, you know what?
I don't have to be here.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Let me tell you, two times, I could count on my hand, 2 times Mike at 2 different shows told me to say a joke he wrote.
No,
Bombed.
I don't know.
Bombed.
No.
Bombed. Both jokes bombed.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm never taking your suggestion again.
I didn't write the joke. I was just there and I offered a
No. And
line.
I did it in the beginning. One of them I did in the beginning, turned the whole crowd against me. Right away, including the booker. She never booked me again. She didn't. Because this is in the beginning, I was doing open mics and I would email them afterwards. Thank you so much for the time.
Wow.
On the stage. And then she would always respond back. After that night, she was like,
Angela didn't say it right.
Oh,
like I said,
no.
You gotta deliver a joke. Macy, have you ever had a joke that you
Let me ask you the next question.
that does well, but maybe the first few times you tried it, you didn't say it right?
No.
Is there a way that you present a joke?
It wasn't good to happen.
No?
They didn't say it right. That's the reason for the joke not working.
Well, you gotta deliver it in a certain way, right?
Look, you can't make a good apple pie with rotten apples, okay? It doesn't work. No matter how good the crust is or how, okay.
All right, moving on.
Macy, what is the next step you want to take with your comedy?
Yay! Like I said, I wanna perform in my home countries. So that's how to make it happen.
Do you want to act? Do you want to get into acting or writing?
At the moment, I think stand-up will still be my focus. If I do get the opportunity to act, yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
What about you?
Me, I think I wanna act. I wanna have my own late night show. I wanna have the Jay Leno life. You know, Jay Leno, he had his late night show, but he got paid. He was like one of the highest paid late night hosts, and he never had to spend not one penny of his late night salary because he was doing stand up on the side. So he used his stand up money for his living expenses, and his late night money he never touched. Yeah, and I'm like, wow, that's the best of both worlds. Because when I was young, I would watch, David Letterman. And that was like the first time that I was like, wow, that seems like such a fun job. Like you don't really think of a job as fun, but he didn't just have celebrities. He had a woman who made pie. He had jugglers. He had musicians. He had everybody. And I think I love, talking to people like you.
Yeah. No. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's go. But
let's go.
You really inspire me a lot because you co-produce so many shows with people. So I'm like, wow, Macy is like working with you because we co-produced the I Love Kimchi show in New York. Yeah, and that did well. And that really, you have such a great energy about you where things get done with fervor, but you're very calm and stable. and me, I'm crazy. So it was a good balance, I feel like. So you're really great, and I love what you're doing with Ricky. That's fantastic too, because he's great too. And I loved seeing how you guys sold that show out, and you guys pick the best comics to get on your shows, and I love that, like the variety you have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you. Can't really take a compliment, but
you and I, we can't.
There you go.
Do you have any other talents?
Oh my god. Improv? No.
Yeah. Well, your teacher might say differently. The one who scolded you, they might be like, Macy.
I think talent.
Did you do any sports growing up or dance?
I did, but I'm not good at any of this.
Oh, your parents just made you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, just try it. Like,
What
I mean,
did you
kind
do?
of. I try. I mean, I was good with like at swimming actually. I'm like, yeah,
That's like, yeah.
but I couldn't. You know, didn't have a lot of chance to practice because when living in Hong Kong, it's always just there's just so much focus on studying. After
Mhm.
school, just more studying. Like sports was never that much of a focus. Like that's like kind of I would say most kids in Hong Kong are a little bit more like nerd on the nerdy side. Things might have changed, but it's just like not that much focus in sports, like
Mm.
like in any other places. I think so. Yeah, that.
Wow.
Well, can you juggle? Have you ever picked up any juggling skills? No.
Because we want to. Well, okay. So I have a question for you. Another question for you. You lived in Hong Kong. You lived in Sydney, Australia, and now you live in New York City. These are three metropolis cities. What would you say is different about each city? I know Hong Kong and Australia is home,
Yeah.
but what would you say is different besides the energy? Like, how is energy different? I wonder.
Oh,
New York is like very busy. Everybody's like rush, 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 rush. Hong Kong and Australia.
has similar vibe, which is just busy and like Hong Kong being a financial hub, and a lot of people do businesses or in finance. So
Mhm.
I think in terms of like competitiveness, like both Hong Kong and New York, people are very competitive. But I think cultural wise, like in New York, there's definitely more diversity and
Mm.
a lot of different types of talents. When I first moved here, I love watching like Broadway shows, and it's so accessible, right? You can choose.
Yeah.
Like you have like about like 5, 6, 7 different things going on just in on the Broadway theaters. So yeah, and then every night, like in New York, you can choose to do something like whatever it is. One night you can go to a jazz bar, or next night you can go to a sports bar. Like you can do it all in same night. I remember
Yeah.
I used to go out and I can hit like 4 or 5 different bars and all with different vibes, and that's just like how I like it. I actually prefer this kind of lifestyle. In Australia, is definitely much slower pace, but
Oh.
but people are more chill for sure, and they focus on like more families and just kind of enjoying life, like outdoor stuff. So definitely very different.
Nice.
Interesting. Yeah, we haven't been to Australia or Hong Kong. I'm very curious.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go perform there.
Australia, definitely. Hong Kong, I think they'll kick me out after they
Whole expat.
Well,
go to a military base. They'll think we're hilarious. That's what it's gonna be. Oh man, last question for you, Macy. Aww. Okay.
oh,
What are your dreams and goals?
Oh my God, dreams is definitely more like a shorter term thing. Would be I guess I want to be in feature in a festival. Like I guess Just for Laugh would be a very big one, and yeah, I would definitely want to be featured at Just for Laugh one day.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Just for last huge. And where can everybody follow you? Because you do have a joint Instagram with Ricky, right? At Macy and Ricky Comedy on Instagram.
Yes,
Is that where? Mm-hmm.
that's where we post most of our shows updates and our
Mm-hmm.
pictures, Eventbrite links. So that
Nice.
on IG, definitely more of your support to our shows and support our monthly production.
Yes. Is there anywhere else people can find you? Facebook, YouTube?
Yeah, my Instagram handle is at MacyKK.
Yeah, I'll put the information. You guys will see the link.
They're right.
Yeah, right now it's here, but then when I post it, it'll go down down here on the side. I don't know. Oh man, thank you so much for being on the show. I'm so sorry about all the technical issues we had, but that just made our interview even more special. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to growing with you, my comedy sister, and more shows together. And so I can't wait. I can't wait. You're
Nice.
hilarious. People need to go and see you.
Thank you. It was such a great experience to produce a show with you. Back,
Oh.
yeah. And you guys, both of you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you. I'm still
oh,
here. I'm still here.
thank you. I loved. That's my new thing.
He designed the flyer. Everybody.
He did. He did. Mike's very
I
supportive.
did a couple things.
Thank you, Macy, so much, and we will see you next time. Bye.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love
man.
kimchi. I love kimchi. I love.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. And then when she hits the stage and she tells her jokes, which I'm not gonna repeat, I'm like, oh, she's a killer. Like, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, she got some good stuff for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I love her style. I like everybody that has a style of their own, and she definitely has her own. And
Nice.
man, fantastic.
Nice.
No, it was really great co-producing a show with her when we were in New York. That was really
very nice.
She set up stuff, and it was awesome. What did you think about this interview, Mr. Michael Productions?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we got through the technical part.
Oh, you guys. It crashed 3 times. Instagram crashed like 3 times.
Yeah.
So I'd rather, do this. I mean, right now, what's great about Instagram Live is that we can interview anybody all over the world.
Right.
And the thing is, though, then we're kind of at their mercy of it working out. But I would love to, again, we could have our own studio and do all of that. Invite people in.
I mean, yeah, it would have to be local, or if we're to a
This
point.
is what we're going to do, okay? This is what we're going to do. We're going to buy a space.
Okay.
It's going to be cheap, super cheap, like a warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of, like, super downtown Atlanta, or like in the woods, North Georgia.
Not over promise.
And then we set it up, and we have guests fly in and come. We'll do like a treasure map.
Yeah,
we'll do like a treasure map. They'll have to find a place to come and get interviewed.
Yeah, if you don't see anything, keep going.
If you pass the McDonald's, you went too far.
We're around. We're close. I can see you.
Oh man, you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And sorry about all the technical difficulties, but watch this again. We're going to repost it, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye bye.
Kimchi.
All right.
I love